Definitely can. Naga and keep off alive. Very, very good late game.
Do they have enough illusion clear? Is the keep of light enough of an illusion clear? Oh, there's the
They
Lash.
go for the Lash.
They go
yeah.
Lash.
Alright.
So support Lash and mid Mirana.
Yes.
They do know it was the actual rune down bottom, so Simel probably being told, like, watch out for the haste, the invis, some kind of high impact.
Courier
rune.
snipe. Zai, is he going to get there in time? The Courier turned for a split second. It's got the bottle on it. Zai able to take it. Jirax coming behind it, and then on the bottom lane as well. Top lane clockwork is the first blood. And EG will claim not only a Courier snipe, but you also lose the clockwork.
Can absolutely cripple you, and now this is going to be a pretty big period of time where Honor does not have the bottle at mid.
And they are going to censor what was just put on the screen. Sumail, got to be careful right now. His breathe fires on up with the Fade Bolt, just had level 4. So the leap away on low life. Zai turns, going to get the stun into Ana, combining up with the arrow. That's a big stun. Sumail has level 2 Starfall. It should be enough damage, or will it? Ana back to the tower. They missed up hill as well. And Sumail, now Jirax picks him up. Fade Bolt survival is only level 1. The damage is enough with the bounce out. Jirax playing it perfectly, and EG, well, the luck was there to get some early first bloods, but they just kept missing. Forward with the SD and Lashrak, it may just not come to fruition. Mid lane, Jirax, there's your pick up over on Mirana, dragging it back with the Dragon Tail stun. The leap, he doesn't even get up the hill. Jirax able to Fade Bolt him down. So OG now is Jirax. You got to respect his rotations.
Such a high pressure game, so tense here. These teams probably thinking this is almost in some way a finals.
Nice stun in the middle. This stun's going to connect Sumail as well. The Starfall's there. One charge just can't get off in time. Jirax started his TP, but also TP to the backside of the tower, so couldn't instantly get that telekinesis off. Normally, we've seen a lot of Lunas throughout this series, throughout this competition, and especially with OG. Oh, they just Sentry Ward, Universe, he's visible. The Dragon Form gives him the range stun. Now hook shot forward. S4's going to hold him there with the cogs. Arrows coming in. Universe gets his stun off, but it's already too late. Clockwork will take the kill with the battery assault. Defense of their T1 tower on bottom lane. They are going to trigger off the fortification. And then a Moonlight Shadow. Who are they looking for? It's actually to get on the top lane. Arteezy out there. But S4 hit the blind hook shot. He had a small bit of time to see him. But the Illuminate, the Sentry Ward, it does the work. And the Luna will fall.
The key heroes of EG. Taking Arteezy down, they do take a bit of damage on this bottom tier 1, but even that's being well defended. They're looking for an initiation on Zai.
And if they can find him in the tree lines, Anna's going to make his way down. Jirax having that Pulse Nova will give the extra damage, but now, well, they actually have Anna stuck in the tree line. Dire Creep Wave's moving in. Universe under the cover of Vendetta, also in the neighborhood, but they drop a Sentry Ward. They see him straight away. OG! I don't know if they realize that Universe with the Spike Carapace might buy himself a little bit of space, but not enough to survive. S4's cogs will keep Sumail out of this fight as well. And OG's Sentry Wards have been right on the money. Maybe not the Luna as much, but at least when you're running the track for the early pressure. Jirax out a long way. S4, the Observer Ward. He saw SD just moving in and crit. Well, he is most definitely dead. But they're just checking every time where Universe is moving. And underneath the Obs and the Sentry on bottom, it's actually more trouble for Artur. S4! A big wide hook, a secondary Sentry will be dropped. Arteezy with that Purge creep. Actually slowing down Jirax for the moment. It's got another charge with the Lucid Beam. Jirax in trouble. There goes your first disruption out from crit. Jirax gets stunned up, hit by the Vendetta. Copping a fair chunk of damage and will die.
Decide, let's not fight this Radiance song.
DK actually triggers his Dragon Form with the extra Sentry planted and the Obs Ward. That Sentry is just out of range of the Radiant Sentry. Arrow will fly between the middle of OG. The Observer Ward will be taken out. Universe. Oh, the Spike Carapace, the hook shot! S4's in. Disruption came from crit, but it didn't do enough in time. S4 does get stunned up, but no tell. Resets up the fight with the Song of the Siren. Zai is just out of range of it, and that allows Ana to pick him up without turning off the Song of the Siren. Now Sumail into the trees, picked up by Jirax, thrown back into the middle of the OG sandwich, and 4 heroes down for EG. A tier 1 tower to boot, and OG, they look in great control of this game at the moment. They were out of range of any of OG's vision. But is this a slip into Roshan? Will OG know about this? Or are they coming for the kills? The Radiant? They scan, they understand that OG is near the Ancients. Fly, well, he might be the sacrificial lamb for OG. A 5-man smoke maneuver. If they take the Ancients as well, it's worth it for EG.
find the Naga or DK. They didn't get to steal the Ancients.
Oh, and all the wards that EG just put down will be lost. No Tail. They found both of the observer wards that EG placed with the smoke maneuver. So now EG, they're pretty much blind on the map. S4 gets a hook shot down the bottom lane, actually soloing Arteezy's Luna.
Man, the BKB. So we may just have to see the Luna go for one very, very early on.
Zaya's going to try and snipe out this bottom tower. It's been so long, the fortification's already back off. Pull down and hook shot! The rocket from S4 gave him the perfect vision of the tree line, not to mention the Latrak walking into that position.
If they look to set for this top lane, they have got, the recall coming. S4's now here at the top lane looking for a hook shot.
Well, with the rocket, they see him and crit. Caught in the tree line. S4 success rate rather high. And crit will die to the clockwork. Even with disruption, it just bought him a little bit of time, but the result was inevitable.
Theoretically, push out lanes. The problem is you're always split up, and that's where the clockwork pulls this draft together.
This is
for
the
OG.
opening. This is the opening. It's Arteezy retreating out. S4, hook shot over. Remember, Arteezy has that BKB. Is he going to trigger it to try and fight this with the ensnare? He triggers the BKB, but so late. The Song of the Siren comes out. The Eclipse, the damage just is nowhere near enough. It's actually isolated him. He was the only one immune from the Song of the Siren. Now everyone's on the run. At least they want to run, but they're being denied even that privilege. The SD was caught on the retreat. The farm up the wave, OG pounced. And EG, it almost like they weren't sure if they actually wanted to fight that.
Yeah, they decided, Luna had no buyback.
Oh, Anna, blink, stun, crit, goodbye. 45 seconds on the sideline. Samel jumps in, maybe with a stun, but no clockwork! It's a huge cog, and they just called GG well played. It was a slow bleed of the blue. And green is reigning supreme. OG take game one against Evil Geniuses.
OG doesn't have to reveal anything yet. They got him over a minute still to think about this.
Just have a chat, start talking about their day, talking about their wards, and no, never mind.
Never mind, it's an OD.
It's an OD.
Arteezy has mana for the waveform away if he wants to trigger off the one charges. But this turns into almost like a standoff until Crit picks him up. Jirax, there's your double crush. S4 burning down Crit. Needs a little bit more damage with the waveform. The body block from Arteezy won't do enough. He'll get one kill, however. And if Arteezy can pick up a double, it's going to make it worth it.
Support can respawn and come and help out your lane if you really need. For now, the Rubik will TP mid. Look for a pickup on Honor. He's used the banish, and that's Q time for Crit to engage.
Yeah, Crit slips in behind, gets the grabs, the mail, the clap, plus the extra swipes. Anna is brought down by Rubik while up on top lane. Arteezy's on the run into the tree lines. He needs more life to survive. Moves up, sandwiched in between the two iron shells. The stun is out, but Jirac into the trees, down to 22 HP. He's regenning with the tangos, but where's the TP support? Rotations coming in from Crit. This was scouted out by the Observer Ward, basically running cover fire. So Jirax can escape, but still Crit. Fresh Observer Ward down. He's looking for that Slardar, and he's going to find him. Attack him once. The crush from Jirax. Run backwards. Where do you go? It's a rock in a hard place, and a Crit from Crit. The Fade Bolt into the trees. Jirax takes the hit. With the sprint, it was a guaranteed kill. With the amplification of damage, you understand too when you see that Iron Talon that No Talon wants to just slip inside the jungle and farm up as much as he can. Universe comes over to try and contest that, if possible. Crit, okay, Crush is out, and this will be maybe an easy kill. Crit's looking to turn himself up to Ancient, so Jirax has to time this up quite right. OD imprisonment to level 3, and that is one very, very dead Crit.
Doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
He's coming down and flies, walking straight into the clutches of Fuzzy Wuzzy. Samael starts, doesn't actually let the clap go. Uses the slow ascent from Zine to make sure 100% in range and flying. Only can Shallow Grave, the TP's available, while Universe has the battery assault. And Fly knows he can't get out of this one. So good rotation from EG, they'll find the kill. Top lane, Arteezy once again. Every time we see a kill in another lane. Oh, if you want to commit, OG, this is that.
Universe is coming up here, but he's going to find himself running into a lot.
Clogs, okay, he's going to get imprisoned. Arteezy, more TP supports on the way. That's the Ursa coming in. Samoa wants to join the fight. Clockwork, hook shot, tries to get a little bit of a stun. With the Cogs, splits up the fight. They'll get a 1-for-1 trade-off. S4 still trapped inside the Cogs. Will break free now. The Astral imprisoned, keeping Samoa out of this fight. To drop off a little bit. Obviously, the Alchemist is always going to get ahead. No Tell stretches over 5,000 now. But the Morphling, sitting at 3.9k. Long way to get to his items. Sumail having a little bit of issues, trying to come down for that 10-minute rune. Going to get imprisoned up. Support saying Universe! Hook shots in! Actually isolates Ana, forcing S4 back out again. Sumail trying to fight, but now they're back inside the cogs. Locked in with Universe. Crit has the Astral Imprisonment available. Can buy a little bit of base. Does it himself. And now the Ursa pops back out again. He'll die as it was Ana's Astral. Does the damage when he reappears. Then Sumail inside the pit. He's got enough. He can solo Roshan. And the other three, they go for the gank. They look to create the space, and now they have the vision. It's over on Fly. Universe with the hookshot of Fireball. A quick imprisonment. That's the one out from Crit. So they isolate out Jirax. Locked in the cogs with the battery assault. Sumail will come over. He's already got the Aegis in Mortimer. Oh, I suppose you can't have everything in the world. Slaughter being denied up by the neutral. Both EG supports back behind the tier 1 tower to relative safety. And in fact, Universe, hook shot, down he jumps, gets the cogs out, Astral Imprisonment, just defensive. Zai still has that Fire Blast plus the Ignite. So they lock him in with the Blade Melt turned off from Universe. No one really wants to attack him. The stun from Jirax, keeping Crit in control of Sumail. Back in the fight with slow. No Tail arrives with the Radiance burn. This is the worst time for EG to fight. They've already lost 2, and they've got no other choice. Sumail's to the front line. Zai cannot save his teammate. Sumail will fall. The Aegis will be triggered. Zai back behind the tower. Won't die the Radiance burn, but Sumail stranded alone with no friends. And the tier 1 tower to go down as well. Oh, fantastic maneuvering from OG.
OG find themselves in an amazing position. They've got a mech coming soon on the docks here.
Zai. He thinks he's good, doesn't understand there's an invisible Outworld Devourer just looking to nom him from behind. And maybe, okay, imprisonment and just drop the nuke. All right. Message sent, message delivered, and message received. Says to Roshan. Maybe with the heavy rotations coming over from OG, EG may not even fight this. They managed to trigger off the Lincoln Sphere. As the Alchemist Illusion sitting there, Arteezy waveforms up, Ana still right behind him. Crit and Sumail are in the neighborhood. Replicate of the OD is created. So Arteezy has a small little way to get down. In fact, he joins the rest of his team. They pick up, throw him back with Crit, gets a double stun, but it's already too late. With the Morphling dropping down and Zai copping huge amounts of damage from the Shadow Wave of Fly. That is not what EG needed now.
He's still in a position where this game can turn for EG with his split push and just pressure on the other lanes. But
the jump is out. They managed to find Sumail a little bit too far out. He does actually have the Enrage plus regeneration, but the problem is he needs to get away from Jirax, who has Crush available. So you start up the Enrage. There goes your first Crush. Damage won't be huge, but it will be enough. Both of the big cores of EG picked off within the space of a minute. Arteezy's doing the best thing he can. Force out the top lane, get a reaction. Jirax is the man to come back, and he actually blinks up. He's hunting Arteezy into the tree line, who waveforms, starts to TP Jirax. Oh! He gets the stun! He finds him! He isolates Arteezy, body blocking him out as well. Arteezy now tries to fight, but the rest of OG, they're on their way. Special delivery for Arteezy. OG, the delivery service. They'll hold him in with the fact, up more iron shells. They'll take the damage from the imprisonment when he comes out, and Ana is on a monster kill streak. And Arteezy is pushing up the daisies. EG do the best thing they can. They're trying to get Roshan. Sumail's inside the pit. Nortel knows he's going to go down there and check it. With the weave out as well, they're losing armor. Sumail locked in a corner, trying to man mode this one with the telekinesis. Maybe he's got enough damage to bring down Nortel. No, he doesn't. He's got nothing of the sort. Crit's on the run. S4's right behind him. Back and back again. EG, this has gone bad to worse to absolutely disastrous. And it's not even done yet. Jirax found Universe. He may not even get back to base. Support's coming in from S4, so we might be able to actually jump and get the back.
Crush. Somebody check this guy's PC. What? Whoa, what's that? That is just an insane read of the game. Doing it at the time as the TP was
shot!
coming.
Down they go! No steal! Push out! Universe! Bail, 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 bail! Oh, the Crush is in there! He went for the glory play.
I mean, that's when you know that sums up this game for EG. Well, there's 2 great saves on the OG side, so you've got to go on him while Clockwork catches someone on the back lines, like goes on a Dazzler OD, but... Okay,
Arteezy got enough money from farming the mid lane, he's finished up an E-Blade. So they've got that pop damage. Maybe this is just a sack. Like, EG, just stall it up, make them waste as much time as possible, and you accept the fact that this bottom rack is gone. EG cannot fight. If they fight, they probably lose this entire series off the back of that fight. So just continue to farm, cut your losses, and wait for what is a critical game-ending maneuver. How do you stop OG from pushing? Banish them. So RTZ gets the tier 2 tower. Here comes the TP back. Acid spray stolen by the Rubik. All these things are slowly adding up to EG, which gives them a fighting chance. But 4-star forward from Ana. Dribble gets the grab. Samel opens up. The OD still has the Aegis Immortal. Remember, he wants to die. But Wall, the back, dragging EG back into death. This is OG with the big push. Buyback is up. Aegis Immortal has been triggered. So Arteezy's back to the front lines, but then the 4-star Jirax, he pushed Sai into his crush. And this is the mid-racks. EG again in a position where they can't fight. They don't have their stun controllers.
There's the initiation for EG, the way these heroes work together just seems like it's so difficult to find OG.
And then about 11k in the experience. EG, they're trying to beat the aggressors. The 5-man smoke maneuver, but they got scanned. OG saw them coming,
wants to
and
fight.
now they weave in preparation. No-Tail moves over. They see the Ursa is just a replicant at the moment, and Samael jumping on the backline, finds Fly. Shallow Grave will protect him. He needs a better target. Moving between them, the BKB timing wait. Fly will be able to drop now, and Morphling hunting hard. Jirax will drop down low. Zai wants to finish him off, but really, it's up to Samael if he can do any level of damage, or it's over. It's GG. OG have done it. They've taken out a once TI champion, and OG will advance to their 3rd major grand final. Maybe even took it for the 3rd time as well.